Hi, I'm Katie Gaines with the Nelson Home Group at Keller Williams, and I am at the Weston Chronicle today. The Weston Chronicle has been around for 151 years now, and I'm here with Jim and Beth McPherson, and they have been owners of it since 1984.
Right.
Yes.
So, Jim, Beth, either one of you, could you tell us a little bit about how you ended up here at the Chronicle?
Go ahead.
We had a friend who was publisher in Smithville who told us that the paper was for sale, she'd heard, and we had been looking for some business opportunities, and we came over and talked with the Bless family in January, I think, of 1984, and got the deal done in May, actually took over in June, and we've been at it ever since.
Awesome. And I've heard rumor that in those 38 years you have not missed a single deadline.
Right.
We have published every week, and for about 10 years we owned a second newspaper also.
Wow.
And I've sort of lost track of how many times I've printed newspapers.
Oh my goodness. How do you feel that the Chronicle, why is it so important to Weston in your eyes?
Well, we try to correct the rumor mill. That's one of the big functions, is to ferret out the truth.
And seriously, for several years ago, and the then Park Superintendent, now retired, living here in town, and she could confirm this. The rumors in town were that the Missouri Parks Department was bringing in poisonous snakes to let loose in Weston Bend State Park. So we had to
put a squash on that?
Try to assure people that no, they were not bringing them in.
Make sure the truth is getting out there in our
community. Yeah, and sometimes it's a humorous response.
Yes, I'm sure. Well, something I noticed too in the paper is that the school is a heavy focus.
Right.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit more about that. Why do you focus so heavily on the students in the school?
Well, they're our future, and it's, my goodness, we are now covering the grandchildren of kids that we were reporting on in 1984, and it is just wonderful to be able to follow families like that, and they need our support.
We cover the science fair. We've done that for most of our years here. Science fair is big at West Platte. It gives us a chance to take pictures and talk about kids that aren't in sports.
Yeah.
It's a fun part of what we can do, and it's a positive part.
Well, I thank you so much for all the hard work you've done over the years and continue to do so. Like I said, I think the Chronicle is a staple here in town. I think it's definitely, the newspaper is always going to be an authentic source of information, and it's something that brings the community together too. It just helps form some connectedness here in town.
We try to be a reflection of the community, which means sometimes it's a little quirky.
That's wonderful. I love that. Well, thank you. Before we go, I do also just want to mention also that, so we've got some beautiful plants behind us here, because this is not only the Chronicle, but we've also got the Weston Garden Center.
Right.
So how long have you been partnering and working with the Weston Garden Center?
About 5 years.
Yeah. And can we bring Don in on this one?
Well, we started about 5 years ago with mums.
Yeah.
And
we, Jim and I, I had been selling plants down at the city market.
Okay.
And I'm not in the picture there. And I had been selling mums out on the highway. And we were talking one day, and we decided we were going to try and sell mums during Apple Fest here. And we went and acquired some mums, and people followed us into the parking lot.
A trailer full of
with
mums.
a trailer full of mums. And we sold out the week before Apple Fest, so we went and got more, and we realized there was a market here. So we decided to form a business, and we started selling annuals, and we've grown the business since then We've added in perennials and trees and shrubs and native plants. This year we'll have over 40 varieties of native plants.
Wonderful.
We're really pushing pollinator
Yeah.
plants.
Awesome. And we were talking
So-
earlier about some workshops you guys are doing too, that
Right.
you do throughout the year.
Right.
And
We also have workshops scheduled in the spring right now. I've got it's a couple of children's workshops set up, and some for some adults for making hanging baskets and planters and things like that. You can find out more information about those on our website. And we also are a Proven Winners certified garden center. And we are also affiliated with the All American Selections group out of the Chicago area. We are a display garden for their plants, All American Selection plants. In fact, we're the only display garden in Western Missouri
wow.
for them.
Yep. Very cool.
And last year we entered a contest with them and we took second place
That's amazing.
Nationally, yeah.
nationally. Our first try at it.
Wow.
We're going to do it again this year with
Absolutely.
a very whimsical idea. This year's theme is whimsy, so we've
Okay.
got an undersea theme going.
Cool. Awesome. Awesome.
That you guys have to come out and see.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. Well, thank you all for letting me interview a little bit here and putting a spotlight on your businesses, your combined business here. This is wonderful. Everybody else, make sure that you check out the Weston Chronicle. Make sure that you stay tuned also for some of the events that are coming up at the Weston Garden Center.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.